Yo, what's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, and it is early AF. Here where I'm at, it's 8:47 a.m., but I knew that it would be well worth waking up early. Well, I do anyways, because Black Clover Chapter 271 leaks are officially out. Now, the unconfirmed translation of the title is Domestication or Assimilation. Now, if you listen to my video that I put out last night, I did talk a little bit about this, so that's cool that this is coming through. But what I'll do is I'll go through the leaks and then we'll go through the summary on what, the unofficial translations are. And man, this really is a dope chapter. So it starts off with Noct in his badass freaking, I call it the Dark Knight Noct. But you see his little devil tail, and he just looks super badass. I hope a fan, does the art for that, because that looks sick. And so basically it shows Noct across from Asta and Liebe. And so we see Asta, turn back into his demon form, and then Liebe, this is so adorable, Liebe turns into like a mini Guillermo on Asta's shoulder, and it's so hilarious. And so boom, Asta has his wing, he has his sword, he's talking to Liebe while he's small on his shoulder, and the conversation goes looks like Noct kind of summons a bunch of different type of either demons or just shadows that look like demons, and they start going to go to attack Asta. So he's just slicing away. And what's interesting is it looks like this might be the end of the chapter, but the way that they put it, it looks like Asta lands a hit on Noct, but it looks like, throughout the battle, they're going after Asta. Asta's dodging and hitting and, all different types of stuff. And it gets to a point where there's this really dope scene. That might be the scene that I use as the thumbnail. But Asta kind of causes for all the shadows of those shadow demons to disappear. And then he looks very determined. But then, during this scene, and again, this may not be in full order, so that's why when the official comes out, these might be done a little bit different. But then we see the shadows come out and grab a hold of, now Liebe's bigger, so it looks like a lot some of this stuff. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm thinking goes on. So it looks like there's a point where it's that basically it starts with Noct coming through and letting them know that, hey, you gotta beat me. He summons as far as his shadow hands like he did before, and it engulfs as far as both Liebe and Asta. And then what ends up happening is Asta, in that them surrounding them, the shadows surrounding them, Asta comes out in his demon form, and he has Chibi Liebe that's on there. So it pretty much that's where it all goes. And the panels, as far as these leaks, again, these leaks aren't in order, and I'm kind of piecing it together in my head of where it actually ends. But I think it officially ends with them landing a blow on Noct. So as far as the unofficial translations here, it talks about Tabata, the author, said that he got a cold from his daughter, but it'll do no harm to me. I need to boost my immune system. Shout out to Tabata. Hope you feel better. Those that agree, go ahead and put, get well soon Tabata in the comments section. We got Liebe happens when Asta uses his magic. Liebe still confused about Asta's decision, but would trust him to use his magic. Nacht says by assimilating the devil or devils, each devil or devil's special characteristics can be bestowed upon magic. Nacht goes on to say that Asta, in order to become stronger, you need to unite with your devil. You have no choice but to draw 100% of the power of anti-magic. Asta calls his new sword the Demon Decapitator Katana, and I hope that's the official translation because that sounds fire AF. And then it goes on, Asta fights Nacht. Nacht can make multiple shadows of himself. Nacht hates the phrase surpass your limits, and I guess he really does hate Yabi. It looks like it's only 13 pages this week. So that's just as far as that. Kamikaze Mender always coming through with the spoilers on Reddit. So if you heard what it was that I was saying yesterday, and I'm gonna have the video as far as the theory and predictions, but I was saying that, Asta, just the same way that, basically did that assimilation as well with Belle to be able to, the wind spirit, to be able to have that form. And then we seen Nacht do the same thing. Now, what's interesting is the chibi versions of the demons. Now, we haven't seen that with the Dark Triad, at all. So I'm not sure if that is something very specific. And it almost makes me think whether or not that's Belle's official size, you know what I mean? Because it's just all with the little chibi versions, that makes me think okay, there's some ways that Tabata can take this, but what's interesting is so far what I'm seeing as far as the panels and different things like that, I don't see Asta's form changing. I don't see his as far as him actually fusing with Liebe, and so that may come further down the line, hopefully next chapter. But we did see something new on Liebe's part, and it's the little chibi Liebe. He looks so hilarious. Oh man, it looks so funny. So that's what's very interesting. And with Nacht breaking down as far as this multiple devils and then you taking the characteristics of them, is very, very interesting. So I'm curious to see, and let me know what y'all think in the comment section. What do you think that Asta's fusion, so to speak, with the anti-magic devil, what that's going to look like? Because again, from what I'm seeing on here, he still hasn't fully fused with him. All that's different is I see the chibi version. So maybe that's the first step. Maybe that's the first step to it, because we seen that aspect with Nacht and Guillermo, where we seen the chibi version, and then we seen as far as a version of him in the captain's meeting, but we didn't know for sure what that was. But when Nacht fused with them, we saw that was the case. So hopefully next chapter, or whatever may be missing from here, we might see that. But like I said, the chapter looks like it does end with them getting some type of hit on Nacht, so that's super dope. But yeah, chapter 271, this is an action-packed chapter. You know, there's pretty much just like action going on throughout. I can't wait for the actual translation so we can know what's being said and know what's missing. But I'm very curious to see what's about to go down. But hey, if y'all dig this video, make sure to leave a like. We are on the road for 100 subscribers, so we have 71. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy this, that lets me know that you enjoy it, and I make more. You know, like I want to be able to do like really cool things as far as with the video, but you know, I want to make sure that this is something that y'all like. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that notification bell so that way you will be informed when I do drop a new video. Which, since this is the leaks, let me know if you want a breakdown video when it drops. So in the comment section, go ahead, be like, you know, review video when it comes out. Make sure you hit that notification bell. I will do one on Sunday, and it'll either come out Sunday or Monday. But leave a comment, let me know what y'all's thoughts on these leaks. And again, this is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction. Peace.